beginning, there was man, but the man got richer and greedier, and they would send people known as mercenaries, aka assassins, to kill off people for money. But these two people don't do it for money, pride, or greed. They do it for the safety of mankind. And we are gonna find out what's better: a hitman, which you pay to kill off people you don't like, or an assassin who used to do the same thing, but this one doesn't kill for money. This one kills because he must do it for the right reasons. What's up, guys? DBZine number 1 here, and today, ladies and gentlemen, finally, this another episode of Who Would Win has come, thanks to Micropole. Additionally, I wanted to apologize because Micropole is, well, buggered up. And, yeah. I will leave a link in the description below of this video for the new Micropole I had to make, so you guys can vote there. So anyway, yeah. I'm gonna briefly go over these two guys' origins, and then I'm gonna lay the ground rules, so to speak. Alright, first I'm gonna talk about Agent 47. Agent 47, aka Hitman, was born and raised by the American government as a secret project to see if they can train the ultimate killing machine. They made up around 50 agents, but the one that succeeded the most was Agent 47, and he became a hitman, a killer for hire. As a child, he was a pretty good killer, but as he grew up, he became an even more immense killer. Through the re-origins of Hitman, the 2016 version, then Hitman the original game, all the way to Hitman Absolution, I think it's called. Anyway, he became known as the greatest hitman to ever live. After unbranding himself from the government, he worked for no one except himself. He would accept small jobs for money, but never again would he work for the government. Never again. Connor Kenway. Connor Kenway was born a half native Indian American, half British Welsh child to a native Indian American tribe. His father, Ethan Kenway, was a Templar, and met Connor's mother, and they did the nasty. The spawn of their child was Connor Kenway, who grew up to be a natural born leader, fighter, and assassin, being trained by the black assassin from Assassin's Creed 4, whose name I forgot by accident, not on purpose. He learned new moves and became a brother of the Assassin's Creed. Now being the first native Indian American assassin, Connor went out for revenge against all the Templars for killing his mother and almost his entire clan. He would eventually go and kill off his father and the new leader of the Templars. Connor now roams America, a free man and an assassin like the world has never seen. Now that I've got their origins out of the way, let me lay down the ground rules. I'm only giving them 4 weapons each. Now I know what you're thinking, but that's not enough, is it? To be fair, if I gave him 5, there would be way too many variables. So giving them 4 is enough in my book. Seeing how in both games, two of the weapons count as 1 in one slot. So before I tell you about all their stats, I'm going to quickly tell you what weapons I'm allowing them to have. For Hitman, I'm allowing for the first weapon to be his twin silver baller pistols. Second weapon, his garrote wire. For third weapon, I'm thinking of giving him a regular frag grenade. Fourth weapon, I'm gonna give him a standard. Let's say I give him a steak knife, and boy are those sharp. So those are the weapons I'm allowing Hitman to have. For Connor, I'm allowing him to have for the first one, his twin hidden daggers. Second one, his trademark tomahawk. Now kind of sort of the knife weapon. The throwing knife, or the knife on the knife on rope, or the rope knife, as a sort of garrote wire like weapon. And for his gun, I'm allowing him to have one of those carbine guns that the Red Soldiers use. I could also just give him a regular pirate's pistol, which actually sounds more clever if I think, now that I'm thinking about it. Yeah, I'm gonna give him a pirate's pistol. I don't know what the technical name for it would be. I'm just gonna call it that. Now we're gonna go on to stats. Now these guys don't have any superpowers, but they do have special abilities. So instead of powers, I'm gonna have special abilities. But first, so let's go down the list. We'll have strength, speed, special abilities, technique. Well, actually, I don't really think they have a technique, so let's just take that out for a sec. Even though technique comes under many wording, so fuck it, yeah, technique. So strength, speed, technique, special abilities, martial arts, and weapons. And that is that. So strength. Now I don't know exactly how strong these two are in comparison, but I do know Hitman is strong enough to drag along a fully grown man and be fine and not get tired. He also in the technical last game in this Hitman saga, like that's the stopping point, because the Hitman game we have in 2016 is basically the origins of Hitman. Seriously, I think it's called Hitman Origins as well. So yeah. But in the last game, before the new remake of his starting point, I think was known as Hitman Absolution, he fought what looked to be like a 450-pound Mexican wrestler, and he was fucking strong, like ridiculously strong. Like when he first tried to fight him, his garrote wire couldn't even pierce his neck. Jeez. That's one tough neck. But he used martial arts to beat him. He couldn't really pull him around, so to say. But in the game, in almost every Hitman game, you are strong enough to pull a fully grown person with minimal ease. And Connor Kenway is able to not only pull a fully grown person as well, but with his rope knife, he can also stab someone. He can also wrap someone around the neck and literally use physics by pulling them up through while having the rope over, I don't know, over a tree branch and pulling them upwards. That's gonna take some strength. And I can swear some of those people are heavier than Connor. I mean, these assassins have to be light as a frickin' feather to do all that climbing. So, I'm gonna say for strength, they're pretty even. Because they both can pull or lift a fully grown person. So, for strength, I'm calling it a draw. Now speed. Hitman's not really known for speed. While he can run in the game, just not very fast. While in Assassin's Creed, Connor, Kenway, and almost any other assassin are fast as shit. If I was to describe Connor Kenway's speed, I would say he's almost an Olympic runner, and Hitman, the casual runner. You know, those people that casually run down the street, that kind of runner. While Connor, in comparison, is a Olympic runner. So in speed, Connor actually takes the win this time. And now there's many variables of speed, like gun speed and all that, but I'm gonna leave weapon speed and strength to the weapons, just so I can move on quickly. And now we're on to techniques, I believe. Hitman's trademark technique is to either change his disguise constantly, trying to blend in with people until he either gets to the targets he wants, or he can go in guns blazing, killing every motherfucker. But he'll eventually either run out of ammo or run out of luck. Connor has a similar strategy. But instead of disguising himself, he just sneaks around buildings till he gets to his target, blends in with people who also, for some reason, wear hoods, as we can do in both Assassin's Creed 1 and Assassin's Creed 2. But I suppose you want to know what a fighting technique is. It seems that Hitman goes for a perfect mixture of boxing, wrestling, and some form of jujitsu, maybe, or maybe taekwondo. So yeah, Hitman goes for the more traditional mix of boxing, wrestling, and taekwondo. While Connor's fighting style is probably describes as a mixture of punching and kickboxing. And boy oh boy is he good at fighting with a tomahawk. And his two hidden blades. So their fighting strategies are pretty darn similar. They sneak into where the enemy is quietly, or they go in crazy. Which in Assassin's Creed is not that easy. But that guy is not easy in Hitman either. Trust me, I have tried the guns blazing. It only works from time to time. And especially with Assassin's Creed, it's bloody hard to kill one guard off it, especially when there's like a dozen surrounding you. But yeah, in terms of technique, both of them almost are pretty spot on. So another draw. Hitman might have a slight advantage with changing disguise all the time, but but I never include civilians in any of my fights, so Hitman can't really change his clothes. But even if I was to leave, like, say, a random bunch of clothes on the floor in that battle, it wouldn't make much difference because, you know, there's one very funny thing. Of all the costumes he wears, there's always one thing you'll remember, is that he will want to fucking kill you, and Connor's no idiot. So while Agent 47 might have an advantage if I was to allow him to change clothes, but otherwise they're even. Now special abilities. They both seem to have a similar ability, being able to see through walls and see who their main target is. Agent 47 has something I don't know what exactly it's called, but I suppose it's called I actually can't remember what it's called, but I think it's called Hitman Sight, Agent Sight, Insight. I think it's called Insight, where the people who aren't important will appear as grey. The people who are a bit more important will appear as yellow, and the people who are extremely important, like the main person they have to kill, will appear red for Hitman. Same for Connor, really. People who aren't important will appear grey. Slightly more important people will appear yellow, and very important people will appear red. And actually, a rarity, some people in some of the Assassin's Creed games will turn up as gold. I know you're thinking, how the hell can you tell yellow from gold in a game like that? Trust me, it's kind of hard. But Connor's vision is known as eagle vision, because it seems to be like a theme between the assassins and eagles. Maybe that's why the hoods are shaped like an eagle, almost shaped like an eagle's beak. Huh, go figure. Now I don't know exactly how eagle vision always works, but apparently it either works like if you find an eagle and become friends with it, you can see everything an eagle can see, or is that your eyesight's so good you can somehow see through walls and everything like an eagle can. Okay, I've never known an eagle to be able to have X-ray fucking vision and motion tracking, but I suppose the kind of mix an eagle and the vision of an eagle with the vision of a hawk and an X-ray machine. I mean, are the assassins genetically altered like Hitman is? These are some weird questions. But anyway, Hitman also, with this ability, Hitman can also use the insight to not only see his opponents, but also slow down time, so to say. It's not, well, it doesn't really slow down time, it just slows down your reaction. It just slows down, well, it kind of acts like a slowdown, I guess, but it's not really, it's not like his brain is affecting the space-time continuum. It's just that everything to him appears slow, giving you better chances for headshots and that. Kind of like that. Connor, not anything like that. But with Eagle Vision, you can actually. But I think with Eagle Vision in Assassin's Creed 3, you can mark people you want to kill later or want to follow later. So that's pretty neat. So, and I don't know of any other miscellaneous abilities besides that they're both bloody tough to kill, I suppose. But I suppose in miscellaneous, they're even again. Okay, martial arts. I kind of already went over what martial arts to use. Hitman seems to be a mixture of boxing, wrestling, and taekwondo, while Connor seems to be a mixture of boxing and kickboxing. Even though, funnily enough, kickboxing didn't exist around the time Connor was alive. So, yeah, that's a bit odd. But if we were to fighting arts, Connor is also a master tomahawk user, master dagger user, thanks to the usage of his double blades, and is almost complete, and almost, if you're like me, completely mastered the rope dart. And while he's not the best at shooting a pistol, he can get a few people from time to time. Trust me, it's not easy to aim those bloody guns, or even bloody reload them. While with Hitman's fighting art, he seems to have no problem using guns or almost any weapon he comes across. While he does struggle with certain weapons, almost any weapon he picks up is instantly a tool. In terms of martial arts, though, Connor and Agent 47 might be slightly even. Excuse me. Oh god. Bless me. But Agent 47 seems to have a better fighting art than Connor. While Connor is good with a tomahawk, he seems to struggle with guns. And Agent 47 is all about guns. And can almost use any weapon he picks up. Well, it's also true for Connor. He's not, but that's the thing. And all of us, we never truly master the weapons we pick up. We only get the ones that we are equipped with or unlock during the whole story. So in terms of usage of weapons and fighting know-how, Agent 47 just takes the cake. And also the fact that he has more experience using his weapons gives him an edge over Connor. So finally, a point to Hitman. And now we come down to the last one. Weapons. I've given Hitman his twin silver baller pistols for the first one. And gun-wise for Connor, he gets a... I don't know the name, so I'm just going to call it a Pyrrhus pistol or a gunpowder pistol. While they weren't the absolute best guns, they are pretty darn powerful in comparison of the guns that we use recoil on. The guns we use today don't have gunpowder. We use recoil or piston trigger, I suppose. While the gunpowder one were designed to knock out or kill, because the powder gives it more power. And if I remember correctly, the limitation on Hitman's silver ballers is between 32 and 40 maximum pistol bullets. While Connor's gun, while they do use bullets, but also gunpowder. And I don't know if there is a maximum amount of bullets you can have in the Assassin's Creed 3 game. But if I remember the most blah blah blah, I don't know how many is the maximum iron bullets you get. But I'm gonna have a guess and say maybe, I don't know, 24 with the added bonus that he needs gunpowder. So I don't know, he also has a sack of gunpowder around his belt or something. So while Connor's gun may not be the most efficient in terms of speed and reloading, it is more effective than Agent 47's pistols in terms of power, especially up close if he gets a good shot. Keyword being if. So while Agent 47's gun is more efficient, Connor's gun has more power. But let's move on to the throwable object. For Hitman, I gave him a steak knife. He could either use that as a regular knife or as a throwing knife. And Connor, he has his tomahawk, which he can use as a regular weapon or as a throwing weapon. And while Hitman prefers not to be out in the open throwing weapons because it won't always work, he prefers to hide behind corners. While Connor excels at throwing the tomahawk in open spaces such as forests, towns, hell, anywhere. If you see a tomahawk coming towards you, well, you know who threw it. The guy in the white cloak. Anywho, while Hitman might try and find some cover to throw his knife, Connor will be just on the floor waiting for on the floor where Hitman can throw the knife. He'll probably climb over and go for a drop shot with his tomahawk. So, better throwing weapon goes to Connor. Now, I also gave Connor his trademark double hidden blades. And I'm trying to remember what I gave Hitman. I gave him his silver ballers, his steak knife, his garrote wire, and oh sugar, I only gave him 3, didn't I? Because I don't remember the 4th one. So what can match hidden blades? Let's just say for the hell of it, he has a sword in his pocket. Let's just say for the hell of it. So if Agent 47 had a sword, depending on what sword it is, there's many variables. God, there's a lot of fucking variables, isn't there? But let's just say he found... Actually, no, let's not give him a sword. Let's give him a machete. Then that way it's a proper weapon. Now, it is pretty darn hard to throw a machete at a person. So Hitman will know that and just use it as a regular knife to battle Connor's hidden blades. While a machete is pretty tough, Connor's hidden blades aren't thin. They're actually thicker than they look. In fact, they're almost thicker than a regular sword. And the fact that Connor has 2 of them, not only does he have two options, he has more usage. And while Hitman is good with almost any weapon, Connor has learned to master his double hidden blades. But not only did he come out just in front of him, and for stabbing, they also come out and slightly up, so Connor can put his thumb over it and use it as a knife itself. So, who has the better knife? Well, while Hitman may have more distance with his, Connor has better usage overall. Winner, Connor. Now the choking materials. Agent 47's garrote wire against Connor's rope knife. While Connor may have more distance with the rope knife, he'll have to actually get the distance to use it, because it's actually pretty darn hard to use it up close, unless he uses it as a sort of sickle and chain kind of weapon. And Hitman's weapon requires that he goes very, very close. In fact, literally a hugging distance to use the garrote wire on Connor. While Hitman may think to use the garrote wire to battle against to get closer and use Connor's lack of distance against him, Connor might quickly rethink his strategy. But then again, it's long distance versus short distance, and I don't think any of them would want to go near each other, even if one of them tried. So, last weapon, even. So overall, for weapons, while Hitman's pistols are good, while Agent 47's silver ballers are better for speed, they're not so good in terms of power compared to Connor's pirate pistol. Hitman's throwing knife doesn't have as much usage and much diversity as does with his tomahawk. While Hitman has more distance with his machete, Connor has better experience and better usage for his hidden blades. And while Hitman's garage wire requires he gets closer, Connor's weapon requires he gets further away, or thinks to use it like a sickle or chain, like the Chinese or the Japanese use. And similarly, he doesn't use that technique, it'll probably be Connor running backwards or literally running away to gap distance with his rope dart. So overall, who has the better weapon? While Hitman has better speed for his gun, which would be quite better in terms of power, because would you really want to sacrifice a lot of power for speed? I don't think so. And Hitman's a pretty good shot, so if he got one lucky chest shot or headshot with those silver bullets, it's 9-9 Connor. And Connor, and I don't know if it's just me, but I don't think anyone can aim properly with any gun in the Assassin's Creed games. Seriously, it's pissing hard. But it seems that Connor has better knife-like weapons. Well, okay, but it seems like Connor is better at using is better at throwing a weapon and better at using an up-close weapon. And while it's undecidable between the garage wire and the rope dart, Connor could use the rope dart to also strangle a AK-47 even if he got close. And while garage wire may hurt because there's one thin line, there's more pressure displayed over the neck if Connor used rope, especially if he can't wrap pinning around, because that would hurt. And you have a choice between like red silk or proper actual thick scratchy rope. Youch! I don't know about you, but I'd take the garage wire instead of that rope any day. So in terms of speed, Hitman has better speed with his weapons, but Connor has better usage and power with his. Winner of weapons, Connor Kenway. And so let us quickly recap. Barris. Strength even, speed goes to Connor. Techniques even. Martial arts goes to AK-47. Miscellaneous special abilities even. Weapons goes to Connor. The winner overall, Connor Kenway. And I know what you're thinking. What? No way. AK-47 would totally kill Connor. But here's a reason why he wouldn't. You see, Altair had some flaws, like he could not swim, like at all. What kind of fucking dumb feature was that? Then Ezio could and has good martial arts, but had little to no good use with all the weapons you could pick. But when you play as Connor, any weapon you pick up is almost perfect, except for the guns. Seriously, the fucking guns in that game is hard to control. I'd take the bloody hidden pistol from Assassin's Creed 2 any day. Seriously, those fucking guns, especially the long carbine fucking guns. Ugh, they pissed me off so hard. But anywho, and there's a difference. Connor's not only a assassin, he's a hunter. Even if I was to swap, say, Connor's tomahawk for his bow, that would give Connor more distance and essentially a better gun. Because trust me, the bow is much easier to use than any of the guns in Assassin's Creed 3. Trust me. But and it has been proven before that an archer can hit a target better than anyone can with a gun. I know what you're thinking, but that's a specialized scope with a weapon that can instantly kill a person in the right spots against a weapon that's originally you had to use your eyes for and and hope the wind was on your side. Well, yes, there is that, but there's also special bows today, hunter bows, which are specialized for, well, hunters. In fact, technically the gun is inspired by the bow and the cannon. So, yeah. But I'm not including the bow, and I'm not even going to go into argue what's better, a gun or a bloody bow. That argument would fucking break up the comments almost as much as Goku v Superman. But anyway, while Agent 47 may be older and have more experience compared to Connor, Connor has had training from one guy who got training from another guy who probably remembers the training from the guys after the bloody guy from Assassin's Creed 2, who has the memories and the training from a guy who was trained by the first guy. And what do I mean? Well, Connor was trained by the black dude, whose name I forgot again, who was trained by Eddie Kenway, who was probably trained by one of the guys trained by Ezio Auditore de la Frenzy, who not only has the memories of Altair, but also got trained by some of the guys who were trained by Altair. Whew! That's a lot of training. And who invented the double hidden blades? Fucking Ezio. But who thought, what if I brought the hidden blades out, but made them turnable, so I hold it as a knife? I don't know if it was Connor or Edward Kenway, or even Ethan. That's the question, the big question. But it doesn't matter. And while Hitman may have better distance with his gun and almost better usage with every weapon he has, Connor just outranks Agent 47. And while Agent 47 is nothing without his disguises, and I can't include disguises because that would even include that they fight in a building and he finds a wardrobe full of clothes, luckily, or if they were surrounded by citizens and they fought either on the rooftops or, I don't know, just when there's randoms where there's citizens. Even if I was to do that, it wouldn't matter because Connor would set his sights on Hitman, and if he uses eagle vision, it wouldn't matter that Agent 47 disguised himself because Connor would know who Hitman is. And also the eagle you talk to also knows. So, yeah, there's literally no point. Oh shit, now I remember what it was instead of the piss and machete. It was a grenade for Hitman. Whoopsies. I feel slightly stupid. But it doesn't. But I suppose it doesn't truly matter now, does it? But still, even though Hitman has had more experience, it might be slightly better at fighting, and have better usage with his, and has better knowledge with his weapons. Connor has more creative ways with his weapons, almost equal to better weapons. Have greater speed, equal strength, almost equal martial arts. similar strategies. But there's also one thing that Connor can do, which Agent 47 absolutely fucking cannot do. And I've done both. If you jump off a building into, say, a haystack in Hitman, Hitman will die. Jump off a building into a haystack in Assassin's Creed, any assassin you play as will fucking survive. Better hay? Duh. Fine. Better roses? Even better. Water? Fucking fantastic. Hell though, but if you fall off, let's say, a 2-story building onto the ground, Agent 47 will die. But if you fall off a 2-story building in Assassin's Creed, you'll actually be pretty darn fine. Hell, I once played Assassin's Creed 2 and jumped off a 7-story building and just barely survived. So there, man, you're not as durable as falling as this assassin. And while sure the silver ballers would be better weapons compared to almost any of Connor's weapons, the thing is ammo. While Hitman can get better shots, I like to see him shoot Connor if he hides in the trees. And that's another thing. Hitman can't climb or hide in trees. He uses buildings, cars, floors, underpassages, while Connor can do all that, with including trees, rocks, and everything else in between. In comparison, Hitman's basically just a regular everyday spy hiding in the ventilation shaft of a building, while Connor is a fucking advanced spy, looking down a hole in a bloody pipe, aiming at your neck with a sniper rifle. Or in other terms, Hitman is Sam Fisher and Connor Kenway is fucking Solid Snake. That a better way of saying it? Case closed. Hitman may have guns that can almost kill Connor instantly. Thing is, he has to actually hit him first, and Connor has better usage of his weapons, has better speed, has better usage of his environment, and everything else. And technically, he was born a hunter, while Hitman didn't actually become Hitman until his late 30s. And guess how old Connor is when you finally become an assassin? He's only around 18! 18! So suck it, Agent 47. Connor Kenway is the man. While yes, I know you could argue if you compare the Hitman from the movie and the assassin played by Michael Fassbender in the film Assassin's Creed, you might think Hitman's a better fighter and everything else. But I'm not talking about the film alliteration or the film version. No. I'm talking about the video game counterparts. And while Hitman 47 can fight a lot of people, so can Connor, but more effectively and more ways than Agent 47 could even dream of. When Agent 47, and also for another reason, I know it's slightly stupid, but I gotta say it anyway. When Agent 47 falls, it's just silence, drop, dead. When Connor does a cool free fall, you hear a awesome eagle cry. So it seems that the modern day Hitman is nothing compared to the past day assassin. Well, I'm sorry, Agent 47. While you may be the 47th agent and one of the most successful, Connor was trained by over technically five or more assassins, or has the knowledge of over 5 assassins, and has the experience and know-how as a hunter. The winner, Connor Kenway. Oh boy. That was a hard one. If you want to, please go down below in the comments and tell me who you think should have won and what weapons you would have given them. Do your own analysis. Hey, why not you even make a video out of it? Send me the link to the video and I'll watch and I'll listen to your opinion. I try to be as fair as possible, and I hope you guys try to be fair as possible. But if you're gonna make a video saying the Agent 47 would kill any assassin from Assassin's Creed, enough said, then I'm not even gonna bother. But if you're gonna actually do the research and know what weapons they have, do all the math and comparisons and everything else, then you'll catch my attention. But anyway, and also look, as I said before, look down in the description below for the link to the micropoll, and also a link to my Google Plus where you can follow me and see almost regular updates every day. And I'm also on Twitch. I might try and do a live stream at one point, so look me up. I'm known as DBZonic. And yeah, that's about it. So anyway guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe to join the Hedgehog Army /Nation today. And I'll see you guys in the next video, or whatever I make. Stay awesome, and as always, a Dragon Fist. Hiya!